Okay, so earthquake wave travel time. You will be seeing this graph. We're also going to be using this data from this graph to make another graph later in the unit. But this has our P wave, which is the lower one because that's the one that arrives first, so it doesn't take as long to travel the distances. Then we have our S wave. Now the other things we have on here is travel time and in minutes, how long it takes to go a certain distance, and then epicenter distance, which is in thousands of kilometers. So keep in mind that this label you have to times by 10 to the third, which means you're getting into the thousands for each of these values over here. So this graph can help us determine the time it takes for a certain distance of traveling. It can also determine the distance it takes based on a certain time. So we can read this graph both ways. And it can also determine how far away an earthquake is based on P wave and S wave arrival times. So if we know that there's a certain amount of time between the waves, that's something I'll go through with you later too. We'll go more in depth with that. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this other one. So if we want to use this graph, how far will a P wave travel in 6 minutes? So we want to follow the P wave. We want to find 6 minutes. We're going to come over to the P wave, and we're looking at about 3,200 because each of these down here is worth 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So each of these is worth 200 kilometers. So 3,200 kilometers is what I would be looking at. But this is going to break it down. We're looking for the 6. We're following the line over the P wave. And that has us going a little further than the 3,200. Accuracy is going to have an impact on how well your circles work when you're doing this stuff. And just be as accurate as you possibly can. So this has us saying 3,250 kilometers. All right, next one. How far will an S wave travel in 17 minutes? So we're going to find our 17. We want our S wave, so we're coming over here. And then we're going to go down from that point. And we're looking at 6,000 kilometers. Okay, how long does it take a P wave to travel 4,000 kilometers? So we're going to find our 4,000, which is here. We're going to go up to our P wave to this point. And we're going over, and it looks like about 7 minutes. Now, how long does it take an S wave to travel 6,400 kilometers? So we need to find our 6,400, which is this line. Go up to our S wave to this point. Follow it across. We are between, let's see here, each of these is 20 seconds. So 1720, 1740. We're about halfway between 1740 and 1800. So 1745, if you said 1750, that'd be fine too. Just know that accuracy will impact how well your circles work out. Okay, so these practice questions I have you working on for one of the activities for this unit. So you will see these later.